This is the LiveU Solo Pro, a portable network bonding device that allows for high quality, reliable live streaming. It boasts 4K video resolution, HEVC video encoding, network bonding using up to 6 different connections to the internet that can combine for a really solid connection. It's capable of full 5G cellular network support on up to 4 modems, as well as the ability to be connected over Ethernet and Wi-Fi. This is a feature-packed wireless live streaming solution that is designed for producing high-quality content from anywhere. Perfect for content creators, TV and news, houses of worship, and generally anyone looking to live stream professionally on a cellular network connection. And in this video, we'll take a look at some of what it can do. So right off the bat, I think it's important to note that this is an encoder and it's not a video switcher that can take in multiple cameras or generate complex graphics. An encoder is essentially a device that changes the size of video files, often compressing large, data-heavy video files from a camera into smaller file sizes that are friendlier for distribution on the internet, while also trying to preserve quality, of course. And because the files are smaller, it means you can reduce the amount of bandwidth needed to stream that high quality content. So that's what this does. It takes video signals up to 4K and compresses them into a high quality, low data rate IP stream, either using H.264 or H.265 compression. And then that video is then streamed to a destination like YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. But what separates this from other devices that have encoders built in is that this combines encoding with network bonding. And that's what the Solo Pro can do. It can combine a total of 6 different network interfaces together. So that's 4 5G modems, 1 Ethernet connection, and 1 Wi-Fi connection. And this is the big benefit of a device like this. By bonding all these different network interfaces together, which is known as link aggregation, this increases the total bandwidth available for streaming. So if one SIM card is giving you 10 megabits a second, another gives you 8, and the third gives you 5, the combined bandwidth would be 23 megabits to play with, for example. Now, this also means that if you're live streaming somewhere and one of your network connections fail, even temporarily, the whole stream wouldn't end. It could continue using the other interfaces. So this adds a whole lot of security and peace of mind when working in professional environments. A practical example of all of this would be if you've ever been in a large crowd, say at a sports event or music concert in a stadium, you may have noticed that generally the internet connection on your phone doesn't work well. Now that's because there's lots of people trying to access the internet in such a small area. That's called contention. Basically, everyone's accessing their connection through a limited number of cell towers. This decreases the overall speed and reliability of the one SIM card connection you may have. So that's where something like the LiveU Solo Pro with 4 5G modems connected is really useful. Their modems can bypass the nearest cell towers that have a lot of contention and access a connection in a less busy area. And I can actually relate to this. On a previous freelancing job in TV, I used a LiveU unit to stream a news report from a football stadium back to the studio before kickoff, at halftime, and at full time. They then mixed the feed which I sent to them into their live broadcast of the football match. Now that's something I would never dream of doing without a bonded system like this. So let's take a look at the physical design. It weighs 936 grams or 2.1 pounds. And if we take a look around it, we can see that it has 1 HDMI and 1 SDI input, a headphone jack, a micro USB port, and a USB type A port for connecting modems. On the other side, you'll find another USB A port for modems, an Ethernet port, and a USB-C port for powering the unit or for charging the battery that will last up to 3 hours when fully charged. And if we flip the unit over, on the top, you'll see that it has an LCD screen that displays the menu, along with a video signal. There's a power/play button that toggles between on and off, as well as starting and stopping live streams. There's a dial that navigates the menu options, and there's also a back button. And then if we power the unit up, you'll notice that it takes approximately 40 seconds before it's fully ready to be used. So that is something to be aware of. The camera feed is displayed on the LCD screen, and it will either say offline if it doesn't have an internet signal, or ready in the bottom left when it does. The camera resolution is displayed in the top left, and the battery level is on the top right. Now, by clicking the dial, you can access the menu. And in the first tab, it's called Interfaces, which will display the internet connection that the device has. Green means connected, and yellow means disconnected. So right now, you can see that we're only connected to Wi-Fi. But if we add in a second Ethernet interface, you'll see that the status changes. The other About tab in the menu lists some useful information about the unit. And that's it, a really simple interface and design. Now, from this screen, if we then press the play button, it will begin to stream this feed to whichever platform it's set to stream to. First, it says connecting and then transmitting. And then to stop, press the play button twice. This simplicity is great for when you've already scheduled your stream and everything is configured and ready to go. You can't schedule or configure your stream from the unit, however. For that and for much more control, you'll need access to LiveU's online portal page at solo.liveu.tv, which has a lot more features and even allows you to remotely start and stop live streams, which is quite handy. On the left is where you can add new LiveU devices, you can reboot the unit remotely, check on the status of the connections. There are additional stream tools that you can add, like simple graphic overlays for branding, multi-destination live streaming, fallback slates, and LiveU's LRT bonding technology. Now that's the important one. And that's actually what does the network interface combining and bitrate fluctuation for reliable streaming in those challenging situations I mentioned earlier. And then back in the portal, at the bottom of the page, you can select a new destination to stream from on their extensive list. And say, for example, if you wanted to do a YouTube live stream, you sign into your account, do all your usual setup that you do, like entering your title, adding a stream key, and choosing a resolution. And then when you're finished, you can press Create Event. After that, the destination window will be ready. It automatically embeds 2 links to the live broadcast for you to view and to the live control room to look at the back end. Now, what's really great about this LiveU portal is that you can have someone else controlling this web page as part of a larger studio team and have that person communicate with your camera operator who's out on location, filming the talent, for example. Or in a smaller setup, as a one-man band, for example, you could schedule your live stream earlier and then start and stop the stream directly in the field, depending on your workflow. So this makes for a really versatile solution. Along with the unit itself, there's also a wider ecosystem of LiveU products that work well in different scenarios. There's this robust carry case that adds some protection. It comes with this strap to be worn over a shoulder. On the front, it has space for 2 modems to be held in place by these elastic straps. There's also a belt pack option that uses this double zipper design. And when it comes to data, there's some options here too. Of course, you can use any data SIM card or approved dongle in combination with the Solo Pro, but we'd recommend looking at LiveU's 2 modem starter kit that include 2 4G modems that are pre-configured with SIM cards and these high-gain integrated antennas that are great in environments where there's a lot of contention for internet connection. They can bypass nearby cell towers and access towers further away where there's less contention. They're quite robust and reliable compared with other carrier-branded USB modems. There's also the option to purchase 1 4G external modem on its own if you don't need 2. And there's a 5G modem option as well. If you opt for these LiveU branded modems, you can log into the Solo portal to purchase your unlimited data plan based on monthly or annual subscriptions. When you do this though, make sure you use promo code SOLO-PROAV for 5% off. So all in all, the LiveU Solo Pro is a feature-packed piece of kit designed to make cellular live streaming much more reliable in challenging network conditions. Having both HDMI and SDI is useful, paired with LiveU's LRT bonding technology that adds extra layers of redundancy and peace of mind in professional environments. While having the ability to encode in HEVC means it offers a flexible, future-proof solution for streaming in up to 4K. And if you're interested in buying any LiveU products, you can head over to proav.co.uk and remember that code SOLO-ProAV to get 5% off any LiveU services on their website. Do let us know what you think of the Solo Pro down in the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Take care.